Hello, Eric here with Thrifty Survivor once again, and I'd like to welcome you to our Thrifty Survivor YouTube channel. Now today what I'm going to do is not so much a review. I'm kind of going to have a discussion as to where air rifles could become useful in survival situations. Now this happens to be a Hatsan 125. It's a very powerful air rifle, and this one's chambered in .22 caliber. Which also is going to give it more range. Now there are others with similar performance. I did choose this one, and I probably will do a review on the gun itself. In fact, I may even do a little bit of that today. But primary purpose of this video is just simply to demonstrate the usefulness of an air rifle in a survival situation, and I'm going to be showing you some things that may just surprise you. Now, you probably can't see it in camera right now, but I got a target set out there at 50 yards. Not 50 feet, 50 yards. And we're going to see what this thing can do at that range. I've also got some steel plates out there set up. They're a little bit low. You may not be able to see those, but at least you'll hear those pinging as I hit them. Anyway, again, this is the Hatsan 125 air rifle, and this particular one is not doesn't have a steel spring in it. It's got a gas spring, or a gas strut, so to speak, which allows you to keep it cocked without wearing down the spring. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get to it. Right now I don't have a cameraman, so once again you're going to have to deal with me as I zoom in and out. What I'm going to try to do is kind of zoom in close to the targets as I'm firing off the pellets, so you can see what's actually going on downrange. So be patient with me, and I'll be right back. Well, guess what? Cameraman showed up. John is here, so we'll be able to zoom in for you there. Anyway, one thing I do want to mention also is with a spring piston air rifle such as this one, if you're going to mount a scope on it, which there's probably a pretty good chance you're going to want to do, you want to make sure that it's a spring piston air rifle or brake barrel air rifle rated. The reason for that is a spring piston like this, or even a gas piston like this one, have what's known as a double recoil. What happens is when you cock it, it pushes a piston back. You stick your pellet in there, bring the pellet up, and when you squeeze the trigger, the piston pushes forward at an extremely high velocity, so that causes a backward recoil, and when it hits the front of the piston, it slams the gun forward. So it's known as a double recoil, and that's extremely hard on scopes. Let me tell you, scopes that are rated for high-powered rifles, if they're not rated for air rifles like this, it'll still break them. I mean, they may last a while, but there's a very good chance that those $800, $900 scopes will break. And this one here, actually, I'll tell you, this is a UTG, a Leapers UTG scope. I picked it up. I think they're probably going for about $139 now. So the price isn't always the determining factor. You just want to make sure that it's rated for a spring piston air rifle. So I think enough said on that. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to sit down, I'm going to cock the gun, load in a pellet, and as I'm doing that, John's going to slowly zoom in to the targets behind me, and I don't know whether you can see them yet or not, but as he slowly zooms in, you'll be able to see them, and we'll just see what the results are. Okay, so here goes. The reason I chose .22 as far as the caliber, I mean, you can get this in 177 or 25 caliber. I chose .22 caliber. For one, is that it will carry the energy farther downrange. At 50 yards, I'm still well over 20 foot-pounds of energy at 50 yards. Whereas with the same power plant, with the 177 at that distance, we'd probably be looking at 14, maybe 16 foot-pounds. And yeah, that'll still handle most critters, but the wind also can divert it more easily, that type of thing. Anyway, if you go to 25 caliber, those are heavier yet, but finding pellets is difficult. I can go to Walmart and pick up pellets for this. Now I'm not going to find the JSBs like these. I prefer these. I find them extremely accurate, but I still can pick up Crossman 22 caliber pellets that'll fit this gun. You're not going to find 25 calibers unless you go to a special place for it or order them online. Anyway, enough said about that. So here goes. Let's just see what happens. Now I'm going to put my specs on here. Oh, there is a target out there. Oh, okay. All right, let's move this forward. Okay. By the way, when you cock this gun, it automatically puts a safety on, which is, I think it's a nice feature. So you're not, I mean, obviously any gun is to be treated as it's loaded, but or as if it were loaded. But it's just a nice feature. So you got to remember to uncock it before you squeeze the trigger. I almost forgot. So, all right, here goes.
Fire in the hole.
Now I'm going to shoot. I'm going to start at the small target at the top. Are you zoomed in there, John?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I'm aiming a little bit low. I'm aiming 1 mil dot low here. Actually, I'm going to go a half a mil just to see. Okay. I oiled this gun last night, so I'm going to have to shoot a few rounds through it just to get rid of some of the oil in there, because that just ignited, caused a supersonic. That pellet went supersonic at 18 point some grains. So we're talking 45, 50 foot-pounds there. So let's just see how. So that, I'm sure, went over the target. Oh no, it hit the target, but the windage is pretty good. I don't know if you can see the hole there, but it shot way high as a result of that. Okay. And when they go supersonic, they're not accurate. So it's probably going to take about 4 or 5 shots to get that to cease. You got to do that about every, I oil the chamber about every 1,000 rounds. So you don't do it often, but I guess I shouldn't have done it yesterday. Now, one of the reasons, of course, air rifles are useful for survival situations is, one, they're very low maintenance. 2, ammo, you can make your own, even if you don't have the tools that it requires to reload bullets and that kind of thing. Also, you can carry a ton of ammo, even a 22 caliber, 22 long rifle bullets carrying 500. This is 500 rounds. 500 rounds of 22 long rifle would be a whole lot bigger and a whole lot heavier than that. I think I need to just aim about a mil dot or a half mil dot low. Occasionally that happens. Sometimes it's just a...
Did you aim for a new target?
Yeah. But sometimes it's just a badly shaped pellet. Sometimes that's all it takes. Because I mean, again, we're talking, thank you. You know, this is 50 yards out there, and from here, you can't even tell the separation between where it hit and where the target is. So, now I can through the scope. that was about what I expected. It's almost dead center, except that it's about a ½ inch below the target. So if it keeps that up, I'll just aim about I'll aim dead center.
Do you
and then I'll
ever
hit it.
adjust your scope for that?
Well, I could, but if it's shooting low,
Sure.
and I'm aiming that much low, then if I put the crosshairs right on it, I should hit it. So I'm gonna just keep doing what I'm doing, and if it keeps doing the same thing, then I'll know that that's what's going on.
Release.
Thank you. I'm too used to shooting my AR.
Yeah.
Hit right next to the other one. So
Good. Nice. Nice. 50 yards. Dead on. Are you aiming at, is that scope just right dead in the center?
yep, because I knocked some
Crosshairs?
more of that. I knocked some more of that yellow off.
All right.
So that time it was dead center.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for the small one.
In the center?
Yeah.
Dogs like wood so much.
Okay, I nailed it that time.
Nice.
Let's I'm tired of wasting battery. I mean, I don't know if I should take another shot. I hit it that time.
Aren't these rechargeable batteries?
Oh, they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
I know.
I'm just, you know, if we can not have to put the other battery in there,
Okay, well, just run it until it runs out.
I guess.
Don't worry about it. Nice. Nice.
Yeah, but I didn't hit it dead center.
2 for 2.
Yeah. But I want it to spin.
Not just swing.
Right.
Nice.
Okay.
Good job.
Now, have fun. Just aim 1 mil dot high.
Cool.
So shoot whatever you want. You can keep it going.
Okay. You know what? You know what? It's uncomfortable for me to sit in this thing because I can't bend over like you can.
Well, that should give you a cushion, you know, so your back's not holding anything. You know, it's like sticking a pillow in there.
Yep. I guess. It is. It is a.
It gives you extra support. It's advantageous.
Yeah.
You got it? Yeah. What? Oh. Did you get hit by the scope? Yeah, it has recoil.
It sure does. It's like 30-30.
Not quite, but...
I did that with my head on 30-30 one time.
Oh.
Oh.
Get that on camera?
Get that on camera. It's on. Hey, it's being recorded. That's why. Oh well.
Call that a survival injury.
That's right. No problem.
When you turned around, I'm thinking, I know the pellet didn't fly back from that distance.
No.
You know. All right, folks. I think the lesson for today is never do an accuracy test on an air gun when you just lubed it the day before. Anyway, I think we got on camera. Once it got dialed in, we were hitting that small spinner from 50 yards. It really should get even better than that if I shoot a few more pellets through it, but I don't want to bore y'all with that. Again, looks like we were hitting that spinner consistently at 50 yards, which is a small one. It's about this size at 50 yards. Definitely you could get a squirrel at 50 yards with this thing. By the way, in case anybody was wondering, this gun is capable of hunting game as large as coon or even coyote. So it's an air rifle. So anyway, just wanted to point out the facts that air rifles can be used for survival purposes. I want to thank you all for watching. Please give us all a big thumbs up, share, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Also, hit that little bell, which would actually be about up here, I guess, that notification bell. That way when we put up new videos, you'll be notified. And if you'd like to support our channel, please visit us at thriftysurvivor.com. Once again, that's thriftysurvivor.com. Amazon does give us a small kickback for purchases that are made through the site. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.